Keep it moving. What do you got next?
I want to thank you. This year, you gave me the most wonderful gift any man can ever give a friend. I haven't thanked you yet, and I think this is the time. And that is the gift of being fantasy football commissioner. I want to jump off the roof of my house half the time, but I work with kids all day.
Yeah.
I come home to kids, and the last thing I want is my fantasy football group chat to act like children. And this is what you've gone through in previous years, and it's disappointing.
You could say 20. It's been about 20.
It's disappointing, to say the least. What made you get out? What made you not want it anymore? Please do tell.
Well, you mentioned wanting to jump off the roof. That was a big part of it, for sure. I think that it got to the point where you got 12 guys, right? And they're just constantly butting heads. The league is evolving. We're constantly trying to change things, adapt to the times, whether it's stats or roster positions, the way that we draft. We have a very unique league. Not going to get into it because it's very involved, but I think it's a lot to manage. And I just felt like it was time for someone to step in, rule with an iron fist, as you have already. I'm really enjoying it from afar. I think you're going to do great things. I really do. And I thought that passing the torch, I think it was just time to let go. My gray started going away.
I could see that. I could see it's a little darker.
It's starting to recede.
You expect your fantasy football group to be your escape. Why anyone wouldn't be so excited to just get together with the guys for a Saturday or Sunday.
So nice.
Eat, you drink, you talk football, you make trades, you do silly punishments. No stress. But there are a couple of individuals, they will remain nameless. They will listen to this and understand who they are.
They know.
They just don't know how to live the good life. And I'm trying here. So the next thing on deck is the date of the draft. And of course, you spit out 7 or 8 dates, and you can't get 12 guys to agree on one.
I think anyone who tries to do a live draft understands how difficult it is. And look, I get it. Everybody's older now. Who's got kids, married, jobs, working weekends or whatever it is. Everybody's got stuff going on. But you would think that once a year.
This should be the day marked on the calendar. My escape day. This is my escape day.
This is the weekend every year where I escape. Leave me alone. We're not going on vacation this day. If the kids have dance, you take them. Like, you just have to carve out that time for a fantasy football draft.
That's it. It's just that simple. I wish we could live in a world where everyone would just say, yes, I'm available August 18th. But we don't have that luxury, my friend.
No, we're still debating.
We're still debating it. And again, it's 2-3 months away when we should have a concrete date. People know how to plan their weddings and set a concrete date, and they don't change that. I mean, it's ridiculous.
Right. And this is arguably more important.
More important, commissioner of fantasy football or commissioner of baseball?
I believe that either one of us could do a better job at being the commissioner of baseball. This whole Pete Rose situation literally frustrates the shit out of me. I knew it was going to happen. I think everybody knew.
Everyone knew.
Once he died, it was all on the table. All of a sudden, he's back on the ballot. Now he's got a chance to get in. And I really think that it was probably the biggest travesty in baseball history.
I actually think the sleaziest move on Manfred's part was basically saying, "Oh, Shoeless Joe, let's put him back on the ballot." So now it's almost him saying, "Well, I wasn't just doing it for Pete. I'm doing it for everybody,
anyone who's dead."
And it's a bigger smack in the face. Anyone who's been a travesty to the game or hurt the game, we're going to give him another shot on the ballot. And again, the day he died, sports radio blew up, and everyone knew the same thing.
Yeah,
it was going to be an after death thing. And listen, where do you feel on the whole thing in terms of should he have been on the ballot? Should he have been in the Hall of Fame? Do you view him gambling on the sport as the ultimate price that he had to pay?
I think, all right, first of all, I wrote some notes down. Okay.
Oh, please do.
So I'm going to give you some stats.
Oh, baby.
And then you're going to tell me if you'd like this guy in your team or not. Okay. If you want him to be a part of the fabric of your team. Okay. 17 All-Star games.
Wow.
3 World Series rings. It's pretty legit. NL MVP. World Series MVP. Rookie of the Year. Okay. 3-time NL batting champ. Career leader in hits. Career leader in games played. That is what the Hall of Fame is all about. Now, you want to talk about the gambling part? Fine, I get it. He never bet on his team to lose. He never fixed a game for his team to lose, like a Shoeless Joe, which is absurd that he's even being talked about as being put on the ballot. It's absolutely ridiculous. But Pete Rose, fine. You want to slap him on the wrist. You want to, ban him for a little while, whatever it was. I get that. The lifetime ban, absolute bullshit. Absolutely.
You forgot fist fought Bud Harrelson as a great stat.
That was great.
Once I do understand the ban, but once you put a sports book in the home stadium that Pete Rose played in, and your advertisements on your outfield walls and your scoreboards are reading in-game odds.
It's all in our face now.
That's when the ban should have been lifted. That should have been, you know what? Okay. I mean, could you imagine the FanDuel, the DraftKings were around for these guys in the 80s, these 80s guys, these 90s guys, they're all going to be gambling on the sport. I mean, you look at football these days, they're all gambling and getting caught and off of silly stuff. And it's not that they're even betting on themselves or their team. It's bad. I mean, listen, he's going to get in. People are going to applaud that he's going to be in, but people are going to look at Manfred like he's just pure scum.
Yeah. No, 100%. 100%. I just, I don't know. There's a part of me that just feels really bad for him that he will not get to experience, and his family will not get to experience him getting in, because he has to get in now. I don't think there's any way that he doesn't. Maybe not the first time, but he's definitely going to get in, whether it takes a little bit of time for people to kind of get over the gambling fact and the whole Manfred thing and whatever, but he's got to get in, and it's a real shame that he's not going to be here to see it.
Sucks. Terrible.